Good morning to all participants connected with this 5 days international webinar series. I am Dr. D.O. Murugadasan, Professor and Head, Department of Mechanical Engineering, St. Anne's College of Engineering and Technology, Anguchettipalayam, Panruti, Tamil Nadu in India. Today's session going to present by Mr. ANBARASU MAHADEVAN. Mr. ANBARASU MAHADEVAN completed his UG and PG in University of Madras and MBA in Bharatdasan University. And also he qualified in Diploma in Taxation and Diploma in Accounting and Auditing. He is a founder and president of World Youth Federation, a non-governmental organization, and managing director of AKS Associates, a tax consultancy services, and managing partner of Indio Trends, a government company, and director of Results Group of Institutions. Mr. ANBARASU MAHADEVAN experienced in tax consulting and auditing around 14 years, academician as 10 years, social activist as 17 years, and entrepreneur trainer and motivational speaker as 10 years. On behalf of our management, principal, Department of Mechanical Engineering, participants, and my own behalf, I am very happy to welcome our resource person, Mr. ANBARASU MAHADEVAN. Welcome you, sir. Next, I am very happy to welcome all the participants in this wonderful session. Welcome you all. I request all the participants kindly attend the entire webinar session and give your valuable feedback through feedback link. Once again, welcome you all. Now, I hand over the session to our resource person, Mr. ANBARASU MAHADEVAN.
Thank you, sir. First of all, I thank to Dr. D. Om Prakasham, HOD, Mechanical Department of St. Anne's College of Engineering Technology, Panruti. I'm ANBARASU MAHADEVAN, founder and president of World Youth Federation. Now I'm going to present Business Analysation and Structure program. It's a part of Decide to Destination program, which is organized by World Youth Federation. So first of all, what is business? So business, in the sense, anything which you can sell or satisfy human wants. That is, if a customer willing to buy something, and it is not on your wish. For example, many think that what is business and all, what they are already thinking is just we need to do some trade, that is something to buy and something to sell. Not like that. Business is something what customer wish, we need to satisfy their human wants. So this is the main thing for business, doing business. So when you are buying a product for ₹10 and selling the same product for ₹15, at the end you will end up with the profit of ₹5. Whatever product you can take, that is you can sell any product, that is which is demanding nowadays. For example, now we are under in Corona lockdown. So what is the major thing we need to sell the product? What is the demand from the customers? What are the products? Just say sanitizers, hand wash, and some medicine products, and some herbal products to maintain their healthy body, like that. So these are all the demand products as of now. Like that, you need to do a market scenario to know the demand which satisfy the human wants. So like that, if you trade any product, even if it is a ₹1 profit, it is a business. It is a way of doing business. Next, many people think that doing business means what? I need to buy something or I need to sell something, like that. So first of all, we need to ask customer what you actually need. For example, if I am having a pen, if the customer don't want my pen, so what will happen? Whether the customer will buy the pen? There are so many options. That is, I am using Parker pen. So many people are using Reynolds or Cello, like that. So it's based on the customer wish and not on your wish. If you have or if you own your product, you can't able to push the customer to buy. The customer want to be pulled by you, and based on the customer wish alone, you can do business. So in this scenario, First of all, if you are going to do a business or you want to become an entrepreneur, first think that what he actually need. So how to know what he actually need? So whenever you are going to do some business, or you are eager to eager to become an entrepreneur like that, first of all, to know what he need actually. What he need actually, how we can know what he actually need. First of all, do a survey in your locality. For example, if you are living in Chennai or Trichy or Madurai, so whatever it may be, what is just do a survey in your market area, that is uh, what is demanding in your area, and just think that, for example, if go to the market and check all the retailers and meet door to door customer visit, and ask the customers what you actually need, and how in what price you need it, you like that. So first you can speak with peoples you meet in that locality about the customer's mentality. For example, in some area, there will be some sort of community peoples are like community peoples are there. So for them, the need is different. In some areas, in slum areas and all, the customers mentality will be different. So first you can have to speak with the peoples you meet in that locality about the customers, and analyze the market trend. That is, first of all, if you analyze the market trend in your locality, like for example, in Chennai, there are many colleges, many arts and science colleges, and many engineering colleges like that. So the target customers will be the students. And if you come to suburban, so that there are many families and homemakers. And if you move on to some rural area, there will be farmers. So first you need to analyze the market trend in your locality. That is, who are all your target customers, whether they are students, families, homemakers, ladies and gentlemen, etc. So once you analyze the target customer, then only you can know what product you can sell. Next thing will be understanding the market. How to understand the market? In the recent scenario, during lockdown, the essential commodities are the very important thing to do the business. In market, many people will buy sanitizers or hand wash, medical equipments like thermometer, like that. So we need to understand the market first, and the seasonal trade. Then you can understand the product in which the target customers feel difficult in using the product. For example, initially the mobile phones are introduced, like Nokia, Motorola, like that. Many people feel difficulty in using mobile phones, so they are changing that trend to produce more product. Like nowadays we are using iPhone, Samsung, like that, and even the smartphones. So in future period also, the technology will improve, and the people feel some difficulty in the old products. So first understand what is the difficulty the customers are actually having. So once if you understand the customer's difficulty, only you can sell your own product. Next, analyze the existing product. That is, if you have a unique innovation, you can move with your own product. Or if you are doing a similar product where it is available in the existing market, so just customize the existing product. For example, if you are selling some tube lights or some bulbs like that, so just you can make some designs, or just you can customize the existing product by yourself, and sell to the customer. That is, if you customize the product, for example, initially the phones will be like a brick stone. Now it is like a small box. For example, it's a very easily, and for example, now we are using finger size phones also. So like that, customize the existing product and sell to the customer. Next, so once you understand all the once you understand what the customer actually needs, then what you need to do? First, you understanding the customer difficulties, and you understand the customer mentality. Then you can go ahead with the purchasing of your product. For example, you have three options. First option will be where you can procure the product from the manufacturer. That is, the product which is demanded by the customer, you can procure from the manufacturer directly. For example, I need sanitizers, go to the manufacturer directly. Once you go to manufacturer, what will happen, that we will see later. Second thing, you can produce on your own if you have sufficient facilities. For example, now we are in required of sanitizers and the hand wash. For next 2 years it will be the great business. So if you know the manufacturer, and you can go to manufacturer directly, and you can get the materials for the customers, or you can produce on your own if you have sufficient facilities. Here the sufficient facilities, like if you have your own machinery, or you have own facilities to produce a product. But in case of sanitizers, you need some drug licenses and drug and cosmetic licenses, like that. So you can produce on your own if you have sufficient facilities. Okay. Next, without the sufficient facility, without the license, you can't produce sanitizers and all. Okay. So first you have to you need to obtain certain licenses and sufficient facilities to produce your own product. We will discuss in detail later. Next, third one, if you don't know the manufacturer, or if you don't know how to produce, and you don't have sufficient facilities, the third option will be, you can direct the customer. You can direct the customer indirectly by yourself, via yourself, to the manufacturer or wholesaler. Like, you will act as a mediator. That is, one person is having a product and another one is in demand of that product. Just you can join both of them. Just you will act as a mediator. You don't want any sufficient facilities, or you don't want to procure from the manufacturer. Just you can connect the people. It is also a business. It is such a it's like a mediator. And you learn some commission also. Only trading is not a business, everything is business. Now, for the first option, procuring from manufacturer. So how we need to procure from the manufacturer? For example, if I need some product, like I need hand wash, so what I need to do is, I need to identify the product first. So what are all the products available in the market? So what are the products available? There are many companies which are producing the hand wash or sanitizers, like that. So just you can identify the product and search for the manufacturers directly. You don't want to deal with the middlemen, or any agent or distributor, like that. Just you can go ahead with the manufacturer directly. There is no problem, and you can visit the factories and the products that you require. For example, if you need a hand wash, go to Kevin Care. So Kevin Care has dealing with the hand wash. I am just saying for example. So there are many manufacturers are there. Just you can go ahead with one manufacturer or two manufacturers. Just visit their factories and compare the rates of the different products. For example, product A have different value and product B have different value, but the quality behind that is different. For example, product A will be a good thing, but the price will be little higher. Product B is comparedly the quality is same, but compared to product A, product B is little low by quality, and the price also is very cheap. So now what you have to do, the product which is having a huge price or which is having a low price, just you need to compare. And based on understanding of the customer's mentality in your locality, you can buy the highest product value or lowest product value. It's depend upon your analyzation. So instead of getting into the manufacturing business, first of all, you can procure from manufacturer. That is, you can purchase some goods from the manufacturer. So once, if you identify the product and searching of the manufacturers, you have to personally deal with the deal and visit the factories and products that you require. And once the visit and the comparison, analyzation, everything is done, just go to the authorized person. Just speak with the authorized person of the manufacturer regarding to act as a stockist. You just ask with the authorized person that you will act as a stockist or distributor. That is, you know about your locality, and you already done the analyzation, and you have completed the market survey. Everything you have completed. So once you complete all those things, then you can go directly with the authorized person to get the stockist. Whether it will be product A or product B or both, whatever it may be, it depends upon uh, your efficiency. And once you are speaking with authorized person, go and negotiate the price with each manufacturer. That is, if you have a product A and product B, and you compare to market price, you will get a low price. So you have to negotiate the price with the manufacturer. That is, for example, product A have some 100 rupees and product B have some 150 rupees. So just you can negotiate with both of them. So those who negotiate, you can move the product easily to the customers. So negotiation is the main process in the procurement of product from the manufacturer. Next, negotiate for the credit period. No manufacturer will give credit period initially. Initially, no one will give the credit period because they don't know who are you and you don't know who are them. So negotiating the credit period is little difficult, but if you give such a guarantee that if you know some person inside the company, or if you know some person who is having influence in that locality, so just you can negotiate the credit period. For example, initially you can ask for 1 week credit period. That is, you are purchasing some products for 10,000 or 15,000 or 1 lakh, whatever it may be. You can ask for 1 week credit period. For that one week, you can, within that 1 week, you can sell all the products and you can go and get the second order. So once if you place the second order, definitely the manufacturer will consider the credit period up to fortnightly or bi-monthly. So once if you get the credit period, you don't want have enough investment. Many people think that without investment I can't do business. Excuse me. So many people think that without investment I can't do business. So investment is your only your time and your efforts, not money. Okay. So if you go with the manufacturer for negotiating the credit period, definitely they will help. Even if you show your performance within a week time, definitely you will get a credit period of nearly 15 days to 1 month. So negotiating credit period is also a very vital thing while doing procurement the product from the manufacturer. So these are the things you need to consider while doing business. Next, number 2, create your own product. Creating our own product is a important thing now. For example, same thing, I'll give an example like sanitizer and hand wash, because it is a vital thing nowadays. So first you need to decide and search for machineries and molds to produce a product. For example, if you are interested to start your own sanitizer company, so or hand wash company, first of all, you need to search for missionaries. Where are the missionaries are there? And the missionaries in which you can produce a lot of products within a particular time. For example, searching of missionary and molds, you got all the missionaries and molds. So, and you search for thing and you got the informations. And also, you need to obtain the quotation from the mission or mold manufacturers. For example, a mission costs around 8 lakhs. Just you can negotiate the price with them and you can get the final quotation for your machinery or for mold manufacturers. So analyze the cost efficiency, whether it is profitable if you are manufacturer. For example, the sanitizer you are producing now. So while you are manufacturing, the cost is different. While you are procuring the product from the manufacturer, the price is different. So both the prices are different. Just think, if you are manufacture in a lot, for example, if you can produce nearly 2,000 to 3,000 bottles per day, the cost will be very less. But if you are producing only 100 to 200 bottles alone per day, then obviously you can go to procurement from the manufacturer. You can't create your own product, it will incur loss. 100% it will incur loss. So analyze the cost efficiency. How to analyze the cost efficiency? So while you are doing your own product, you need separate infrastructure and separate business model, and you have some laborers and you have some employees, and also you need to buy raw material and you need to process the raw material to the finished goods. After getting the finished goods, you need to transfer to the market. So while transporting to the market, there are middlemen like wholesaler, retailer, and it will reach the customer finally. So once if you are going to manufacture your own product, you need to analyze the cost efficiency. That is, you need to pay salary, you need to pay rent, or you need to pay wages, you need to pay for procuring the raw materials for your product, and you need to incur transportation cost, marketing expenses, advertising expenses, selling expenses, and all administration expenses to manufacture the product. So while doing all those things, all the expenses, whether it will be comfortable for your profit making or not. So first analyzing the cost efficiency, then you can go ahead with whether you are going to create your own product or you are just going to procure the product from the manufacturer. So this is very important thing. And the next one will be calculate the all cost. For example, such as I already told, salary, rent, and all, so that overhead and fixed and variable cost, etc. Then, so you are capable to do your own product. So finally, design your own product with this standard designer and test your product. That is, before getting into the market, you need to test your product with the laboratories, or you need to test your product with the MSME, that is micro, small and medium enterprises. So if you are designing your own product, you have to create the product report. That is, you have a report containing that your product and your designs, and what are all the things you are included, and what is the price, and how it will be useful to the final customer. So like that, you need to prepare your own project report, like your product report, with the standard designer. That is, there are so many designers are available near your localities. So just you need to search and get the designer, and you can design your own product. So this is the modulation of creating your own product. Next, you don't have an idea to procure from manufacturer, and also you don't have an idea to create your own product. Then what to do? So the thing is, you need to direct the customers. That is, if you don't have the opportunity to procure, that is, you don't know who is the manufacturer, and the manufacturer is in some other area, or he's having he's not giving the appointment to meet you, like that. There are so many reasons. So if you don't have the opportunity to procure, or if you are not willing to manufacture, that is, you can't be able to manage the financial expenses. So if you are not going to manufacture also, so what will happen next? There are so many causes. If you are not going to manufacture, there are so many reasons. That is finance. So you don't have proper finance to install machineries, or you can't able to install the proper infrastructure, or you don't know how to produce, how to sell the product. So like that. So there are so many risks also. So we need to consider the risk management also. So you can direct, if this is the case, you can direct the customers indirectly and make your revenue by way of commission from the manufacturer or wholesaler. Just you can contact the manufacturer or wholesaler, that you will act as a mediator. Acting mediator is not like a broker. Okay, so it is somewhat different. That is, just you can speak with manufacturer and the retailer. You can avoid the wholesaler. So once the wholesaler is avoided by you, directly the manufacturer selling to retailer, then the manufacturer will enjoy some benefits. Also, the same way, retailer also will enjoy some benefit. That if mediator commission alone, it will be your earning. There is no investment, like investment in the machineries, investment in the buildings, or you need to expend for working capital for your business for nearly 6 to 7 months. So you just act as a mediator. So there is no problem in doing business. Next, so for doing business, so these are all things you need to consider for doing business. And now we are going to speak about resources. So what are the resources we have, and also we need in doing business? So what are the resources we are in need of doing business? Number one, infrastructure. So we need infrastructure to do the business. And number two, the product. Number three, finance. And number four is customers. Number one, in infrastructure. What is infrastructure? It means machineries or molds or designs, etc. These are the infrastructures, and also the building and premises. For example, if you are going to create your own product, definitely the building and premises you need in your own, or you can lease out the premises, and the machineries you can hire, or you can own your own machineries, and you can create your own molds or you can design your own molds and get design from the manufacturers, or existing molds you can use. So these are the infrastructure is required to bring a product. So machineries, molds, designs, etc. is an important infrastructure for doing business. Number two is building and premises. The building may be rented or may be leased or may be owned. Or you can go ahead with your relative premises. You can use some vacant premises from your friends or relatives, etc. So the third one is employees and laborers. These are all infrastructures. Next, product. So for doing product, you need to procure raw materials. For example, procurement of raw materials means uh, if you are going to manufacture a sanitizer, I am going to give an example. If you are going to manufacture a sanitizer, the main raw material will be the alcohol, the isopropyl alcohol. So like that, the alcohol you need to procure, and the add-on uh, content, that is additional contents that you need to procure, and all those things with the, you need to bring it to the finished product. While doing finished product, you definitely get a byproduct. That is, the wastage from the finished products will be your byproduct. If you waste all the finished products, the excess of finished product, it will be a loss for your business. So if you create a byproduct from your finished product, then it will be a surplus for your business. So this is the way of making your product. For example, now you are willing to do some business. So what you will do is, this is my product. So how this product will use to the customers. So first you research with the customers that you need, I have this product, whether it will be useful for you, or if the customer gives some suggestion, please customize like this. So customer will give, definitely customer will give some suggestions, because they are the user of the product. So while you are getting some ideas to customize the product, you can customize all those products, and you will come to the conclusion about that product. So once you come to the conclusion, then directly go to local market and get the survey from the wholesalers and retailers, where the product will, and analyze also the cost which is available in the market also. Okay, so these are the steps you need to do. So finally end up with the product. So you have a product now. Now the main thing, which is the problem for many entrepreneurs and many business persons, is finance. So the finance is the backbone of the every business. That is, many people say that why you can't do business and all. If you ask somebody, the main reply will be, there is no finance for me. There is no finance, and I can't able to arrange finance for doing business. So finance is something like, you have whatever business in India, if you are doing business, minimum 25% of the total working capital is your own finance. Because even though if you are getting loan from the bankers, or if you are getting some money from your friends and relatives and all, so the minimum 25% of the finance will be your own finance, that is self financing, and the rest will be the other thing, that is crowdfunding. You can get the crowdfunding. What is crowdfunding? For example, only if you have for example, this is the product you are going to do. So this product, to manufacture 10,000 pieces of this product, you have to spend 1 lakh rupees. So if your product needs 1 lakh rupees to come out as a finished product, so only you have, if you have 10,000, the crowdfunding method will be very useful. That is, just select a person, or you can speak with the person with whom you know. Just you all put up some money. That is, for 10 persons, each 10,000 contribute, near it will come 1 lakh rupee. So when you get the profit, just you can distribute to all those who are invested. So crowdfunding is very, very important while doing a business. For example, if you are in the age of 22, definitely you have a friend circle, nearly 20 to 25 friends. So just you can speak with all your friends to contribute for your business. For example, if you have 20 persons and each 5,000 will be able to contribute, then your investment will be 1 lakh. Just make a shareholder in your company, and you can share the profits to all. So this is called a crowdfunding. And you can get some loans from families or relatives and friends. Definitely there will be some family members or relatives or friends, those who can contribute for your business, because they trust you and your product. It will definitely, they know that it will be successful. So you can get some loan from your families and relatives and friends. And also you can get loan from banks or financial institutions. For example, reason now Reserve Bank of India is going to publish notification about loans from banks for MSME sectors, that is micro, small, medium enterprises sectors, and also those who are a new entrepreneur will get loan from banks and financial institutions. For example, in banks and financial institutions, if they give loan, uh, you can get a loan from banks like in PMGPY scheme, and or KVIC scheme, needs, seats, etc. The loan from banks will be very, very useful for your business. And to obtain the loan from banks, I will give some ideas also. So first you have finalized your product. So this is my product, and you need to make a project report compulsorily. That is, if you're for example, if you're using some sanitizers or hand wash, this is your product. So now you are going to manufacture on your own. So once if you are finalized with your product that this is the business I'm going to do, so you have to prepare a project report. For example, um, just write about your product. This is my product, and these are the contents I have included. So once this product came out, this will be my profit margin. So like that, you need to discuss about your product. And just you can discuss about the current scenario of the product. For example, sanitizers are very well business now, or for next 2 years, because of the corona lockdown. So due to this COVID-19, sanitizers, hand wash, and medical equipments, whatever it may be, it will be sold out very easily. So just make a project report stating your product, that this is the market scenario presently, and previously this is the market scenario, and in future this is the market scenario. So like that, you need to discuss about your own product. So once if you discuss about your own product, then just give a description about your product. That is, this product is contains all the ingredients, and which is approved by the government of India, like that. So once if you give all the details about your product, go to the finance report. So in finance report, just you can make that per day, per hour, how many products you can produce. So for producing one product, how much cost you need to incur. For example, for producing one sanitizer bottle, you need to spend for the labor who is going to pack, or who is going to operate a machine, and the raw material cost for filling up the sanitizer bottle. So the raw material cost. So you need to line up all the items: sanitizer raw material cost, and processing cost, machinery depreciation cost, and also laborers involved, and to market the product, how much you will spend. So like this, per hour, how many bottles, per bottle this much, and per hour I can produce this much bottles, and per day I can produce this much bottles. So per day my total cost will be this much. And once you analyze your total cost per day, you can multiply into 30 into 12. So for 1 year, this is my business, and this is my total production. And once the total production is done, so my total cost will be this. And if I sell the product to this much money, so this will be profit. So for example, for 1 year, if you can produce if you can produce 1 lakh bottles, I am saying for example. So in 1 year, if you are producing 1 lakh bottles of sanitizers, 1 lakh into manufacturing cost 20. So 20 into 1 lakh. So it will be around 20 lakhs. So 20 lakh rupees will be your cost. And if you sell the product with the margin of rupees 10. So for example, you are selling the product for rupees 30. So now the 30 lakh will be your selling cost. So per year, at 1 lakh bottle I produce, for production I spend 20 lakhs, and if I sell for 30 lakhs, I can get the profit of 10 lakh rupees. So like that, you need to give your finance report. The in finance report, it should contain all the financial expenses and also explanations for the same. That is, without explanations, no one will accept. That is, per day, per month, per year, I will produce this much, and this is my cost. This is my fixed cost. Even if I am not producing the material, this is my cost. If I am producing the material, the expense will be the will be split up into fixed and variable. So like that, if you classify all the expenses like fixed and variable, if you give the detailed report, then it will be very useful for providing loans from the banks and financial institutions. Definitely nowadays the banks are very uh, what to say, they are interested to give loans to MSME sectors, and also by financial institutions. There is those who are NBFCs, and the last one will be the loans from government schemes. So many of them are aware about the government schemes, but no one will get loans from the government. I will say what's the reason. Actually, there are many government schemes. For example, KVIC, needs, seats, and like PMGBY. Like that, many schemes are there, and also that present government has introduced Skill India movement, and MHRD, that is Ministry of Human Resource Development, has also giving some loans. So these loans are all you can take up. For example, if you are applying a loan under KVIC or NEED scheme, definitely they will need the project report. Once if you get the project report, you need to test your product with MSME, that is micro, small, and medium enterprises. Once if they test and give the certificate that this this product have which they have satisfied all the standards fixed by the government, and we are eligible to provide loan to the user. So while obtaining the government schemes, you can get the subsidy for your machineries and also loan for working capital. That is, for next 6 months, whether you are going to produce or not, for next 6 months, what are the cost you are incur? For that, you will get a working capital a loan. So there are various schemes. I will give a separate session for loans from government schemes. That government schemes alone, there are nearly 7 to 8 schemes are there presently, and also they have introduced MSME loans for during for this COVID-19 last month, and also nearly 3 lakh crores rupees will be funded by the RBI to satisfy the MSME sectors. So these are all loans available for from government schemes. So these are all the finance source you will get to do the business. No one can say that I don't have finance and I am unable to start my business. So finance are there. Even though the banks or government schemes or families or relatives, whoever giving the loan, will definitely provide you 25% will provide you 75% of the total loan amount, and 25% of your own money you should invest in the business. Without investment of 25% of your self financing, no one can do the business. So uh, for doing business, you don't want to leave your job, or if you are a student, you don't want to leave your college and all, you don't want to leave your studies. But while doing job itself, or while you are studying itself, you can do business. You can do part-time business. That is, in part-time, whether in the afternoon or whether in the morning, you can go and analyze the market. First 6 months you need to do some field visit. Without doing the field visit, you can't able to understand the market and the customer's mentality. So without knowing the customer's mentality, definitely you can't do the business. So now what you have to do is, if you are a working employee or if you are an student, whoever you may be, just you can go and search for market survey and speak with the customers. And if you have some idea about your product, just discuss with many people, so that you can get some ideas whether the product will go ahead, or it will be magic and all. Okay, so logically you have to finalize your product, and it should reach the customers. So just ask the opinion from the customers or from friends, families, relatives, etc. So once if you get all the details alone, you can go ahead with the business, right? So next, so who is your customers? This is the final resource. That is, without customers, there is no business. Customers are the kings of the business. So how to approach and obtain the customers. So by way of marketing. So only by way of marketing alone we can earn customers. Without marketing we can't get customers, because nowadays many customers are buying goods from online itself. There is no door-to-door delivery business. So if you own your own shop and all, customers will won't come and buy your product. So by way of marketing, the customers will reach you and get your products. So the first one is word of mouth. Only when the word of mouth works, your product will reach the maximum height. For example, if you are using your one, if you are giving your one product, so if they are getting one product, your product, and using, once if they used, definitely they will share a word of mouth that use this product, it will be very helpful. This word alone makes your product more worthable. For example, if the word of mouth is not working properly in your product, definitely you will end up with the loss. Next, second thing is through advertising in local media. So how to advertise in local media? For example, just you don't want to spend more in advertising. If you spend more in advertising, you can't produce your own product. Only through advertising you will incur much of loss. So how to advertise in local media? That is, just spend a little amount of cost in advertising through local newspapers or local cable channels. Like that you can advertise. And through advertising through pamphlets and leaflets, or door-to-door step advertising and marketing. That is, get your product to the customers by door-to-door. Just explain your product. This is my product and this is the advantage of this product, and if you use this product, you will be achieving this much of time or this much of efficiency, like that. So first of all, the customers want to know what is your product and how it works, and what is the benefit they will get it from that product. So door-to-door step advertising is important while doing marketing. Next, the last one is appointing agents to reach customers. That is, if you can't able to go to the customer's place, just you can appoint your own agents, your company agents, or you can freelance. You can give the freelancing of your products to the agents. That is, those who can sell your products, you can give commission to them. So appointing agents to reach customers is the next way to the to obtain the customers. So these are all the resources. So we have saw nearly 4 resources, that is infrastructure, product, finance, and customers. So these are these 4 are very important resources to do the business. Next, what is the business structure? Business structure is nothing but how you need to fix the how you need to sell the product to the customers. First, you have a product. Now you are produced your own product, and it is about to sell. So you need to fix the management committee. That is, in management team there should be a proper manager for each and every department. For example, purchase department, sales, uh, accounts, HR, like that. So for marketing, so if these are they all those will be the management of the management. All those members will be in the management committee. So next, second thing, under the management there will be laborers and employees. Laborers to produce the market, to produce the product produce the product for the market, and the employees to give some employees for calculating the products by way of uh, laborers and employees, by way of calculating and for appointing the persons for like HR and all. So the under the management there will be some laborers and employees. So after that, after laborers and employees, there will be some mediators. Who are all the mediators? If you're owning your manufacturing unit, you will be you will appoint as a mediator. That is, for example, appointing some distributor, appointing as some stockist, those who are already existing in the market. For example, if you are approaching some product A stockist or product A distributor, you can go ahead with, you can mingle your product also with them, and you can make as a mediator. And if they sell your product, you will give some commission to them. So this appointing the mediator point is very important. That's why I already told that acting as a mediator between the company and the retailers or to customers it's very important. So because you can earn more commission, and if you work sincerely with that product, with that company, definitely you will end up with the profitable manner. So appointing mediators is very important. You can act as a mediator or you can act as a manufacturer. So both are one and the same. And the mediators will contact with the retailers, and the retailers will contact with customers. So this is the business structure what you're going to do. Next one is business model. So how the business model works? This business model works with analyzation of product. That is, first you are going to analyze the product, which I already told you. So how you will analyze the product means by way of meeting the customers and getting appointment and getting suggestions and customizing your product. So this is the analyzation of product. This is very important, analyzation of product. And once the analyzation of product, you have the product, you can directly targeting the customers. So once you analyzation of product, and it will result in the demand and human needs. Without the demand or human needs, if you produce a product, you definitely can't able to sell your own product, because if there is no demand, the customers will not buy the product. If there is a demand, definitely the customer will buy. So this is the business model. And once if it meets all the demand and human needs, you need to analyze the market trend. So in market, how it will reach, what is the price we can sell, in what price if we sell we can get some profit, or in what price if we can sell we can at least get a break even point. So or not all the business will end up with profit. Some business will end up with loss also. So to avoid loss or to make more profit, you need to analyze the market trend. So once if you analyze the market trend, you need to find the agent. So finding agents, I already told you that mediators, the appointment of mediators is very important. So you need to find the agent, and you need to fix the right agent to distribute your product, or to share your or to produce your own product. Next, so after demand and human needs, you directly come with raw materials. That is, to produce your product, what is the raw material? To conclusive the raw material, you need to again go for procurement of raw material from your manufacturer. So once raw material is finalized, and it will be processed to the finished goods. Once the goods are finished by the laborers, and it will be sent to sale to the market, and it automatically reaches the target customers. This is your business model. So now, if you have any questions, you can post to me so that I can reply to you. So any questions you have, just you can post your questions so that I can reply to you. So one person has asked some question, Pandiraj Murugesan. Is this the right time to start a business as small scale industry? Yes, obviously this is the right time to start a business. only with some essential commodities, that is food, hotels, and like medical equipment, selling of medical equipments and accessories. So like that you can start your own business. Other than that, if you are getting into some other business like construction and what to say, other than essential commodities, so it will be little risk to invest more in that business. So if you are going to manufacture some medical related accessories and all, definitely it will be very useful. And there are more loans are given to the uh, MSME sectors. So opening a small scale industry is very useful now. And from Irdaya Swami George, have some question: how to get loan from financial institutions? Actually, there are many ways to get the loan from financial institutions. That you have to prepare your own project report. I already discussed that, but also I am repeating that same. If you have your finalized product, or if you are having your own product, or if you have owning your shop with multiple products, so you need to prepare your project report first. So without doing the project report, definitely you can get loans. So in that project report, you have to mention about your products. That is, if you are having some if you are having some retail shop or wholesale shop, you need to describe about your products, what you are selling and all. So once if you uh, discuss about your products in the project report, and also the financial statements, that is, you have to file your income tax returns for last 2 years. Or if you're a new business, you need to prepare your estimation for next 3 to 4 years. That is, first year, this will be my profit, this will be my sale, this is my turnover, and this is my cost, and this will be my profit. So in future, if you are selling your product in future, for example, in the next year, this is my profit, and in third year, this is my profit. So like that, if you analyze the financial statements for next 5 years, and if you approach the financial institution, definitely you will get a loan. But instead of getting into financial institution, uh, you can go with banks, or you can approach government schemes. You will find kvic.nic.in. I will repeat, kvic.nic.in. In this website, the loans are provided by the government via Tamil Nadu government. Okay, so in Tamil Nadu, by Department of uh, uh, Industries and Trade, they are providing some loans. So in this website, you can go through, and you also search for needs and seats, or you can go with the Skill India website, that is Ministry of Skill India. So in that website, you can find some links to upload your project report, and once they approved your project report, definitely you will get a loan. So this is the way. If you go for financial institution, though, the interest rate will be very high. In this time, if you go for a loan into financial institution, definitely uh, you can't survive your business because of the interest rate. It will minimum interest rate in financial institution will be 18% to up to 36% alone they are charging. But in government schemes, the loan will be around 7 to 8%. So it will be very useful for you to approach the banks or government to get loans for your business. And another question asked by Meenakshi again. What is crowd finance? Crowd finance is nothing but you know what is self-financing, right? Self-financing means finance made by myself. Whenever the finance is made by myself, it's self-financing. If it is financed by the group of people, it is crowd financing. For example, you have for starting your business, you need 5 lakh rupees or 6 lakh rupees. So just you can fix your target money for investment money. For example, if you fix 10 lakhs, so you can communicate your business mind or communicate your product to your friends, relatives, and any person in through social media, whatever it may be. If they believe and if they trust you, definitely your definitely you can get some crowd financing from them. That is, if a single person investing 10 lakh rupees is different from 20% or 25% investing in your business. So when if they are investing, if for example 20 to 25% investing in your business, if you incur profit, definitely you can share to all. So this is called crowd financing. So crowd financing is very nowadays the crowd financing is the most sorry most important financing for businesses, because many are interested to do business but they are working and they are a student like that. So crowd financing is very useful as of now. And Tamil Super Tech, he is asked how to make own company. Excuse me. So how to make your own company? So for example, if you are willing to start a business, you can open a company. That is, there are many status of companies. For example, proprietorship, partnership, private limited company, and public limited company, like that. There are 4 structures. Proprietorship is nothing but you are a proprietor and you are a single owner for that company. And if it is a partnership firm, there will be minimum 2 persons. And if you are going for crowd financing, then it will be useful for you to go for partnership firm. So you can go get into partnership. Number 3 is private limited company. That is, it is registered under central government. And if you need more details about starting up of the private limited company and the public limited company, you can visit www.mca.gov.in. In this website, you can find all the details about the starting the private limited and public limited company. Whatever company you have created, just you need to get proper registrations and proper licenses to do the business. For example, if you have a unique innovation, definitely you need to obtain patent for your product. So without getting patent, if you're about to sell your product, definitely there will be a copy of the product from each and everyone. So for example, if you are getting into a proprietorship, there is no separate registration for proprietorship concern. Many will fool you in this sense. For example, for proprietary concern, you need to obtain PAN card. So for obtaining PAN card, you need to make an agreement for proprietorship. So there is no separate because you are the owner of the company, and you need to do a MSME registration certificate alone. MSME registration that is through online Udyog Aadhar website. So in that website, you can register your own proprietorship concern, and with that registration, you can go ahead with GST registration, and you can open the bank account and start doing business. That's not a problem at all. And if it is a partnership firm, you need to prepare a partnership deed, and you need to obtain the PAN card for partnership firm. And once if you obtain all those details, partnership deed, firm registration, PAN card, you can go and apply for MSME registration and also get a GST certificate and necessary licenses which is necessary for doing business. For example, if you are doing some hotel business, you need to get FSSAI, that is Food Safety and Security Control of India. So that license you need to get. And if you are getting into private limited company, going to start a private company, there is a huge of there is a lot of compliances you need to do. First, you need to obtain the name approval, whether the name is already used by some other person in India or not, and global level verification is also done. And so once if the company name is approved, then you can go ahead with you can get the registration with MCA, that is Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So in that registration is very the fees and all very low, but the complaints are very high. So doing business on your own, if you are registered and doing business, it will be very useful. So for more details, if you need, you can visit mca.gov.in. In that website, you will get all the details for registering private limited company or public limited company. And Selvam Sahaya Raja asked some question. Sir, crowdfunding should be made agreement. Compulsory, we need to make an agreement between the persons, those who are funding for us, because it won't broke the relationship in future, because once they are investing in your business, definitely they expect some kind of profit from you. So while getting some crowdfunding, just you can make a memorandum of understanding, even the business is proprietorship concern, because there is no much there are no such compliances like patent company. You can you can create your own proprietorship firm, and you can make some memorandum of understanding in that. So in MOU you can mention that this is the fund given by him, and this is the profit I'm going to share with you if I incur profit in the future. So like that, agreement is very important in crowdfunding. Without agreement, if you do, then it based on your trust on the people, because they can tell you this much of amount I have invested, I have made some cash also, so he just fooled me like that. So agreement is very important. And Anthony Josephine has a have some question. What are the different government schemes for getting loans? Actually, we have a separate session for government schemes, because there are many schemes. You can go with, I already told, kvic.nic.in. In that website we have, and also just search for NEEDS, needs, and seeds for startups, SEEDS, seeds, and go with uh, PMGPY website, Skill India website. So many websites are there. Just you can go ahead, and if you don't have any idea about getting the loan, just you can contact me personally, so that I can let you know. Or we will have a separate session for government scheme loans. And one more question, Abhirami Karthikeyan. Do we need to register our business with government? Exactly, we need to register our business with the government, because business is something, if you are doing proprietorship or partnership or private public limited company, whatever status you have, if you are registered with the government alone, you will be secured in doing business. Because if any customer is in business, only the individuals are not the customers. Some wholesalers or retailers, anybody will be the customers. So if they are fooled you by not making the payment to you for purchasing your product and all, uh, you can't claim. If you're registered, definitely you will claim, and you can file a case also against them to obtain the money, because it's a duty to get the money back for the goods sold by you, right? So registration is compulsory. You can make the registration and secure your business. Any other questions?
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Sir, can we close the session, sir?
Yes, sir. If there is no other question, we'll close.
If you want to explain, tell something, you can take some more time, sir. Otherwise, we will go for the end of the session.
Yeah, we can close out, sir. No issues.
Okay, sir. So, what about the? So, I want to ask some questions. So, what do you
Yes.
feel about this session? about our participants?
Actually, many are asked some questions in the comment section. So I expect more questions because I've just given the brief about the session, the business analysis structure. But it is not end with this because we need some more sessions to go ahead with individual products. For example, today I gave some examples with some products, but there are some more thing to analyze the business and structure. Each and everyone should make a presentation that today I gave some important thing that infrastructure, uh, customers, finance, and uh, the product. So with this, they need to make a map. That is, they need to make a flow chart. So whether they have done the field visit, whether they have gone through the market. So what is the trend is going on? So like this, each and everyone has done it. Definitely, if they don't leave the job also in part time, they can do business and they can earn money because job is not permanent, but business is permanent for them. So uh, I request each and every participant to go ahead with the market survey and analyze the trend and analyze the customer mentality uh, to know the market, to know about the market, and you can find your own product. And if it is a unique innovation, then it will be better and go ahead with the patent registration. Once you get all the patent registration, you will get more angel investors, and also many government schemes will approve your project, and definitely you will get some loans to establish your own business. So instead of believing in your job, definitely you need to do some business in part time and make it successful.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Can you, if you don't mind, can you give the contact details of you for our participants? If they want to become an entrepreneur, it will be useful to them.
So I'll share my contact the details in PPT itself, sir. Shall I make it, sir?
Yes, sir. You can share it, sir.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can share it in a comment box, sir, chat box.
Yes, sir. I just made it. So this is my contact number and email ID, sir.
Okay. So, what time they
So
will contact
in
you,
this
sir,
contact number
regarding?
or email ID, you can contact for any consultation with regard to company registration or to promote any business models. We have a team of persons with regard to help you to make your product established in the market. So we'll give a guidance about the project, preparing the project report, and also government loans and schemes, and how to make a crowdfunding and all. So if there is any doubts, you can just make a call or you can put up a mail so that I can reply to you.
What is the basic things they must have when before contact you?
So before
What are the
contacting
basic?
me, you have a clear-cut idea about your own product. That is, if we ask what's your planning about what's your plan to do your business. So once we ask the question, you have some answer. That is, this is my product. This is my idea to do the business. I'm going to make some shop. So for that shop, what are the decisions going to be made, and how we need to get a finance from the banks and financial institutions. So like that, they need minimum basic ideas about that particular product, what they are going to do that. So uh, if they get that details, if they give that details, we can provide some knowledge about them, about business models.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Can we close the session, sir, with word of thanks?
And one question asked by Sonu Pandey. Kindly
Okay,
elaborate
sir.
angel and venture capital funding. So angel and venture capital funding, nowadays there are many angel investors in and around the world itself. Particularly in India, we have many angel investors like there are group of peoples like Tai and CAI like that. If you approach your product which is having some unique innovation, only for unique innovation, definitely they will give you they will invest you in your business. For example, in last 3 years, Swiggy, you know how the business has developed, Ola how they developed the business, because previously there is no application. It's a new unique innovation. So Ola, Swiggy and all got investment only through angel investors. They are just a college students, those for creating the Ola app and Swiggy app. They are just a college students, but they got lot of funding and they have promoted their business very well. So angel and venture capital funding will be received only by way of uh, having unique innovations with you, and without unique innovation, nobody will fund you. So it has some different level of funding. So angel and venture funding is possible, but we need to work it more. So that's all, sir. We can finish it up.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So, again, good morning to all of you. After successful completion of this wonderful session, I am very much happy to propose vote of thanks to all of you. First, my heartfelt thanks to Mr. ANBARASU Mahadevan for accepting our invitation. Thank you, sir. Next, my sincere
Thank you.
thanks to our management and principal for giving permission to conduct this 5 days international webinar series. I extend my thanks to all faculties in Department of Mechanical Engineering for their kind cooperation. Last but not least, I express my sincere thanks to all the participants for their patience and valuable feedback for this session. The feedback URL will be posted in chat link. You can post the feedback. Automatically, the certificate will be reach you in your email. Once again, thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.